Hello, friends, and welcome to the Capitalize Your Best podcast, formerly the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast with Jay Gordon Duncan. Now, why the change? Well, a few weeks ago, what happened is Spotify took down 564 episodes of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast because AI said that I was publishing music on my podcast, which I wasn't. And all of that is an appeal. And one day I'll probably get the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast back. But in the meantime, we're going to push forward with the Capitalize Your Best podcast. So if you're listening to this, I would love for you to like and to review and subscribe, because right now we're starting out practically brand new. We're still going to cover areas of things like faith, family, fitness, and finances, but we're using this as an opportunity to reshape things. So I hope you enjoy this podcast. And this one is a little bit different. So first of all, thank you everyone for faithfully making it over to this new podcast. So let's give this new platform, this new show, a start. So on the 21st of January, I am holding a seminar called Capitalize Your Best Life. This is my personal life program that I created last year, and this is the 2025 launch of it. Most of my focus day in and day out is in capitalized marketing and my Capitalize Your Best program. That's a program where I help people grow leads and gain revenue for their businesses. But I look back over my experiences, things from being a pastor, things of being a counselor, being a marathon runner, epilepsy survivor, and I wanted to create a program that was more personal in nature, something that would help people grow personally outside of business. So I created the Capitalize Your Best Life program, which is a 90-day program where you receive 90 video prompts to help you grow in the areas of, guess what? Faith, family, fitness, and finances. Well, I've held a couple of seminars along the way last year about it, but I'm officially launching it in 2025. So here in Fredericksburg, I am holding the Capitalize Your Best Life seminar called Thrive in 2025. And it's in person and it's being held at GinTonny Wellness Collective. That's why there's only 10 spots. And the registration for this seminar is in the comments. So I would love for you to come. There's still a few seats left. It's on the 21st from 2 to 4 p.m. at the GinTonny Wellness Collective. And I have the wonderful opportunity of being interviewed right here on the show about that seminar and some of the experiences that brought it about. So let's see how it goes. I cannot bring this interview up on Zoom. I'm literally bringing the interview up on my phone, and the phone is going, to be attached to a microphone to the computer. So I'm hoping my best we can get some quality out of this, and we're going to see how it goes. But let's go and see how things are going. Let me make sure all my volume levels are set, and we're going to hop right in. Let's see. And the countdown is 3, 2, 1. Hey, friend, thanks so much for interviewing me about the Capitalize Your Best Life seminar. Let's hop right on in.
Nope, not Frank. Your friend here.
Hey, friend. Sorry about that start. Let's hop in and talk about the Capitalize Your Best Life seminar. What would you like to know?
Let's get real for a sec. What sparked Capitalize Your Best Life? Was there a lowest point or a turning point in your life that made you create the seminar?
You know, I appreciate you asking that. It was probably my epilepsy journey, where for 2 years, though, I felt like my brain wasn't working and I had a hard time running and I struggled with anger. It was just a really, really hard time in my life.
That was like a total identity crisis. Epilepsy stole your sense of self, especially with the anger issues and brain fog. Did you ever think during those 2 dark years that you'd come out stronger, or was hope kind of lost?
That's a great question. It took me a year or so to believe that I could come out stronger. Initially, I just couldn't think at all. My brain felt scrambled. But once I started to get my seizures under control and I started running again, I just decided I was going to come back stronger. And it was a real motivator for me.
So running was like your superpower trigger. Once you lace up again, you knew you'd rise above epilepsy. Did running help with the anger issues too? Or was there something else that helped calm that emotional storm?
That's a great question. It took a lot for me to get control of the anger, and I think the medicine calming my seizures helped. But yes, running has always been an outlet for me, and if I'm frustrated or angry, running helps calm that. And the lessons I've learned there, I'm trying to pour into the Capitalize Your Best program and the seminar.
So, running taught you emotional endurance. Now you're helping others tap into theirs through Capitalize Your Best Life. Are the lessons from running and overcoming epilepsy the foundation of the whole seminar? Or is there more to it, like the career switches and losses you faced too?
Thanks. There's a lot more to it. Yes, I've had a lot of career switches, especially in the last 4 years when I went from full-time minister to being a marketing coach and owning a marketing agency. And when you make a change like that, it really challenges your sense of identity. And I want to help people think through those kind of things on their own for them.
Another massive identity shift from spiritual leader to marketing expert. That transition must have raised questions like, who am I outside of these titles? Did losing your mentor during this career switch make the identity crisis even harder to navigate?
I appreciate that. I lost my mentor years earlier when I was a full-time minister. And often I think, like, what would he say to me during, like, what advice would he give me? And so now I would like to serve that kind of role to other people, just like my mentor served for me.
Your mentor's legacy lives on through you. Now you want to pay it forward, guiding others like he guided you. That's beautiful. Losing him was devastating, but also losing your parents. Did their passing make you realize life's too short to delay pursuing this coaching dream?
That's a great question. I loved my parents a lot. And when they passed, there was a peace to some extent because I didn't have to resolve any conflict, but they were such encouragers to me day in and day out that when they died, I lost those people who would say the wonderful thing to me when I needed it. So that was really hard. And again, I would like to help people as they navigate those things. And I would like to try to be encouraging to them when they deal with things like that.
They were your biggest cheerleaders. Their passing left a gaping hole where constant encouragement used to be. Now you're stepping into that role for others, giving them the uplifting words your parents would have wanted them to hear. Does Capitalize Your Best Life also address the practical struggles you faced after their passing, like financial shock, since you even pawned jewelry to start your business?
Nah, that's a funny story. You know, when we started Capitalize, there is some upfront cost to starting a business. And so, yeah, we pawn jewelry to start the business and pay for the business license, which is kind of funny because my dad actually worked at a pawn shop for a time.
No way. Your dad worked at a pawn shop and then you pawned jewelry to start your business. That's like full circle irony. I'm dying laughing. Did your mom ever hear your dad's pawn shop stories? And would they both be amazed their kid turned pawn shop seeds into a thriving business and now Capitalize Your Best Life?
I think my parents would laugh, yes, if they knew that I pawned jewelry to start the business. And I think they would be proud of what I am going to accomplish with Capitalize Your Best Life. Excuse me, it's an extension. It's like a new ministry almost for me.
They say Capitalize Your Best Life as their child spirits still ministering, just in a different pulpit now, from leading church congregations to leading people towards their best lives. Your heart's still serving others. Does launching Capitalize Your Best Life finally feel like you fully honored your parents' memory and your mentor's legacy?
Wow, that's a big question. I don't know if I'll ever fully feel like I have honored their legacy. It's just something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life proudly to try to honor them.
Honoring them is a lifelong journey, not a destination. That's beautiful. You're creating a lasting tribute through Capitalize Your Best Life. Now, Final question. What do you hope attendees leave with after experiencing your seminar?
I hope they leave encouraged. I hope they leave feeling like they're not alone. And then I hope they leave knowing that there's resources like my program that they could tap into if they want guidance for themselves.
They'll leave with hope, community, and a clear next step, your program, to capitalize on their best life. That's a powerful conclusion to our conversation. I think we just created an amazing podcast episode for your Capitalize Your Best Life launch. How did that feel?
I appreciate it, and we will catch up sometime later. Thanks so much, friend. Well, friends, that was a quick interview giving you a preview of some of the things behind the podcast and behind the seminar and why I created it. I actually enjoyed some of those questions, and we'll probably do a deep dive sometime later on about the interviewee herself. And right now, I'd really love for you to come to the seminar on Tuesday. It is going to be dynamic. It's going to be something brand new. It's going to be very vulnerable for me. But more than anything else, I hope that it provides a sense of comfort for you and inspiration. So if you would like to attend, the link is in the show notes. Right now, the seminar is in person only. If demand rises, I'll make a virtual aspect of it for you. It is at GinTonny Wellness Collective, which is in downtown Fredericksburg. It's a beautiful space. We only have space for 10. There's still a few seats left, but I'm going to share vulnerable stories like you heard here, and hopefully put together an encouraging seminar that will be something that you'll remember, but also give you some support and encouragement along the way. So I'll follow back up. Thank you again for listening to the new Capitalize Your Best podcast. I'm going to do my best to grow this. Please like, review, share. We've got to grow it from brand new. And then also on Wednesdays and Fridays, I will be resharing old episodes of the This Is Going to Hurt podcast, because I don't want those things to just disappear while we try to get that podcast back. So friends, thanks for listening, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.